Okay, welcome to my Flash tutorial on animating sequence with a walking cycle. Okay, as you can see we have a blank stage here. We need to now check our blank stage, make sure we have the right layout. I choose designer view, if you'd like to choose designer view. Okay, whoops, we'll get that back again. Okay, now we'd like to also check that we have 20 frames a second chosen. 20 frames, yes, that's right. Okay, now we're going to need two layers in this first scene. So we've got layer 1. Just click on here to make another layer, so new layer. Oops, delete that third layer. We won't be needing that one. Okay, now we're going to label this layer 2, walking cycle, and layer 1 will be ground. Next thing, okay, we're going to click on the ground layer just here and choose the line tool and stroke up to about size 20. Choosing a green fill for the grass, we're going to use a dark green. Come down to the bottom here and just drag the line tool across the bottom till it reaches the other side. Now click on this line and just drag it down a little bit till it touches the bottom. There we have our ground. Okay, we're going to now choose our number of frames we're going to be using. So for this one we're going to use up to about 80 frames, so we get at least 4 seconds of walking. So click on both of those and right click and then put in insert keyframe. Now we have 80 frames and we have our ground. So next step is to just block off the ground there so we don't delete that. Click on to the walking cycle layer. Now we're going to create our symbols. So the first symbol we need to create is the head for the character. So click on the oval tool, make the outline black, and the outline size can be around about 1. You can type in 1, and we have a fill of a skin color fill, so looking to be about maybe that color fill. Okay, next thing we're going to do is just draw a circle, oval shaped circle, like a human for a face. And now we're just going to also draw, I'm going to grab the pencil tool just here and just draw a line for the mouth, and also for the nose we'll just draw a bit of a nose like that. And for the eyes, we'll just use the circle tool again, but we will just put the fill color into blank mode. And now just drawing the eye, have one eye there, and we have another eye just there. Okay, we don't need too much detail. This is just a demonstration of walking cycle, so we just don't need too much facial features. So that'll do for now. Now we'll just highlight that and select all of that, and now we're going to make that a symbol. So firstly we'll just group that together so that stays in one. So modify, combine objects, and union. So we union that, select it again, go to modify and convert to symbol, and we'll call it head, and just press OK. Sure, now that appears into our library. So now we've got our head, so let's just delete that, and then now we'll do our torso, which is the body. So selecting the line tool, we'll just use the black line, one stroke. So starting around here, we draw a straight line down to about here, another straight line down to there, and one on a bit of a diagonal, and then one coming up, and then another one coming up on a bit of a diagonal till we get to the top, and then one going across. So now we'll click on all of those, select those, and we'll go to Modify, Combine Objects, and Union. Now just select that again, and we'll give that a fill color. So we'll choose the blue color, so we'll use blue. Now we'll just convert that into a symbol, Modify, Convert to Symbol, and call that Torso. Okay, now we can delete that and come back to our line tool again. Now we're going to do the arm. So we'll just create the arm by going on a diagonal, keeping it in proportion to the torso. So across like that, down like that. Not too much of a steep angle, but that should be about the angle that we need. And across like that, up again, and then up once more, and then across here again. Down here for the hand, we need to come on a slight angle there, and across again, and across again. So now we'll select that, and we'll go Modify, we'll go Combine Objects, and we'll create Union. Now we want to do a fill, so we use the same blue. So we'll give that a fill color. Now let's just click on the hand to give that a skin tone, so double click there, and we'll choose that skin tone. So we have the skin tone for the hand there. Now we'll just highlight all of that, and click Modify and Convert to Symbol. Now we'll just call that arm. That appears into our library. So the last one we have to do is the leg. So we'll just click the line tool again, and we'll draw a line down on an angle, and another line down on an angle, maybe straight, either straight down, and then the foot coming down on a slight angle there. We can come down to about there, and then across like that, up like that, and splay it out a little bit, and then across like this until it joins together. Okay, now just select all, Modify, Combine Objects, and Union, and we'll go for another fill. So we'll use the blue tool, blue fill selection there, and now we need to convert that into a symbol. Modify, Convert to Symbol, and call that leg. Now, let's just make sure we have combined that. So we've actually, yep, we've made that the whole one object. So now we've got a leg there. So we'll just delete that. And in our library here we have our arm, our head, our leg, and our torso. Now for the left leg and the right arm, we're just going to use the same leg and the same arm. So now we need to create one more movie clip just to put all our body bits together. So we'll just create a line across here like that, and we'll convert that to a symbol. Modify, Convert to the symbol, and we'll call this body. We'll call it body walk. Body walk. Okay, we've got that there. So now we just click on that line again, and we delete that line, and we click on body walk. Come over to here, select the line, delete the line. We don't need that. Now, first thing we need to do is to select the head. Drag the head to the stage. Okay, we have the head there. Now we need to create 6 layers for 6 body parts. So just select the layer icon there and need 6 layers including the head. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and the head makes 6. Okay, so first thing we need to do now is to go to layer 1 and label that left leg. Layer 2, left arm. Layer 3, torso. Layer 4, right leg. And layer 5, right arm. And layer 6, we've got to label that as the head. So, okay, we'll just place that head there by unselecting and pasting onto the head layer. Edit and paste in place. There we go. So we grab the first left leg, we'll come over to the library here and we'll grab the left leg and we'll paste that onto the stage. We'll grab the torso by coming up to here and placing that onto the stage. Grab the left arm, well just the arm symbol up here, and drag that onto the stage. So we have our left arm, which will go in behind there. We'll grab our right leg, so another leg. And the next one, the right arm, so we'll grab another arm. So we'll position these into place. So we'll grab the, we'll just grab the left leg first. And we'll place that left leg just there. And for the left arm, we'll just place the left arm to about there. But we'll need to rotate that shortly. So grab the right leg and place the right leg around about here. And the right arm, just drag across to here. Place the right arm around about in that position there. So with the left arm, we'll just right click and do free transform, and then just swivel the arm around, rotate the arm till it comes into about that position there. And the same with the right arm. Right click, go down to free transform, and you'll see a tick there. Now we're just going to rotate that, so just down on the bottom here, rotate that, bring that back to about that position there. And with the right arm leg, we'll just rotate that as well. So rotate the right leg, bring that back to about that position there. And we'll just zoom this up a bit. Okay, and with the left leg, just right click on your mouse button and click free transform. And we'll rotate this leg a little bit to that direction there. And the one that needs to be on the ground is going to be most likely going to be the left leg. So we'll have to actually bring this left leg back down so it does actually come level with the ground. And the right leg will need to be the leg that's actually lifting off the ground. So we'll bring that one back until they look like this. Okay. So with the left arm, we need to rotate that a little bit further and drag him out to about that position there. So now we have our character in that position. That's about where we want him at the moment. So Next step is to put in some more keyframes so we can get our character to walk. So we're looking to do around about 20 frames, and we come to the top layer, the head layer, and select that. Hold down the Shift key and come to the bottom one, and now we've selected them all. So now we go to Insert, Timeline, and Keyframe. So now we have 20 frames. So frame 1 right through to frame 20 are in the same position. So we need to go now to frame 10, click in the center of the top frame, hold down the Shift key, select all the frames on that frame, frame 10, all the layers on that frame, and now Insert, Timeline, Keyframe. Now at this position on this frame 10, on these layers, the arms and the legs will be in the opposite directions, in the opposite positions. So we're going to switch them around. We've also got to put in some keyframes and some frames in on frame 5 and frame 15. So we're going to do that as well. So the first thing we need to do now is select on frame 5, hold Shift key down, okay, and then Insert, Timeline, Keyframe. Same with 15. Shift key, Insert, Timeline, Keyframe. So now we have our character across 20 frames, and he's not moving just yet, but he will be. So the next step is coming to frame 10, coming to around frame 10, we need to select on the left and right leg. So we need to come to the left leg, and we need to switch that around so that it is the opposite. It's going to be the opposite to that position there. So we're going to have to switch this one around. So we do a rotate. So if you just go Modify, and we just look at right clicking with the mouse there, and you have like a free transform that allows you to rotate. So we've already got that selected. Now we'll just rotate that till we get about the same angle as the right leg. Now we'll bring that one back and lock that into place. And the same with this one, we'll rotate this one in the opposite direction. And this one here, we'll just need to slide it back to there. And this one, need to go to about there. Now we're going to make sure that which foot's going to be touching the ground. So in this one we have the left leg and the left foot touching the ground. In the next one we'll have to have the right foot touching the ground. So we need to bring this down so this is touching the ground, and this one is just the toe is touching the ground. So we can just bring that up a touch. That looks about right. And we do the same with the arms too. So we'll switch the arm around, switch that around so it matches the same angle as the right arm. So we drag that into there. And for this one, we rotate that one around. And rotate this just a bit more. So we get that one swinging back a bit further. And next thing we have to do is to click on the torso, and just using the arrow key, just make that go up. Just make that go up because we're going to get a bit of an up effect. Making the head go up as well. Click on the head and raise the head. So as he walks, he also rises up. So with the leg, we'll just have to line that up a touch. So now we need to also just free transform that one again. The right arm would need to come further up a little bit, around about there. So if we come here, we'll see once we click here that we've got a bit of movement here. And then back again. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to select on all the frames, on the first frame on all layers, and we're going to insert tween, classic tween, and we're going to do that again across all the other layers. So if we just select all these frames here, we do insert classic tween, we'll have a classic tween on all of these. So if we step through at the moment, we can see that we will start to have some movement happening. So nothing happening just there as it needs to. Because we haven't repositioned anything just here. So we need to reposition the left leg and the right leg. So the right leg needs to swing forward and lock in around about here. The left leg needs to come back a little bit and lock in around about there. And the right arm needs to come forward and lock in about there. And the left arm needs to come down and lock in about there on this frame 5. So we'll just sort of experiment with that for a sec. And we need to do the same on this as well. So if we just click on that one, we'll come back to here and we click on that. We can go edit, copy, come back to here, press delete, edit, and paste in place. Click on this left leg just there, come back to frame 5. On the left leg, press Control, edit, copy, and then come back to frame 15 on the left leg, press delete, edit, paste in place. Okay, so we've got to do the same with the arms as well. So we come back to frame 5, edit, copy, 15, delete, edit, paste in place, and come back to frame 5. Now we want to do that again, but with the other arm. So we want to come to this arm, edit, copy, and we want to go to this arm, delete, and edit, paste in place. So if we step through with the arrow keys, we'll see what's happening here. Getting some movement. And we might need to make a few adjustments to make it more realistic, especially at frame 5. So if we just change this again. And space the legs out, space the legs a little bit. So they are like that. Just check and see what happens with that when we step through. And we do the same at this point too. We just space the legs. And if we just press enter, we'll see what happens. Okay. So it's sort of giving us a general idea there. Now if we press Command Enter, we will have to check. Oh, before we do that, we need to actually come back to our scene one, and here click on the first frame of walking cycle. Click on the body walk in the library, the symbol, movie clip. Drag that to the stage. Now we have our man walking. We put him down at the bottom here, but we'll drag him just before he comes in on the stage. We'll just drag him to about there. And now just do edit and then copy that. Now come to frame 80 and just go edit and then paste in place. And now we want to drag him outside the stage down on this side as he leaves the stage around about, just so he can't be seen anymore. So move him, there we go. So what we want to do now is come back to the first frame, insert classic tween, and if we just press Command Enter, Command Return, we'll now start to see him walking. And he's walking along, looks quite relaxed, quite sort of natural walking style. A bit of a moonwalk there. But that's our walking character, and thanks for this tutorial. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.